Kia ora, Flavel.
Kia ora no tata, kia ora te whare. Mr Chair, just to take a call with respect to the estimates on the vote internal affairs, and to say that, of course, the Māori Party interests in vote internal affairs is specifically around the Gambling Act of 2003. So it's been reported that the Māori people spend almost twice as much on gambling as non-Māori. They spend approximately $686 per year compared to $376 per year. Now, this is a highly significant figure, as the Māori median income is half of that on non-Māori. Mr Chair, I raise this on the World Day of Indigenous Peoples because essentially it's about health and well-being of tangata whenua. It's about whānau ora. So while all of the eyes on Aotearoa this year are for the World Cup, the Rugby World Cup, I want to also highlight an important item on the international radar next year. The 4th International Gambling Conference is being held in Auckland, 24th of February 2012, hosted by Hāpai Te Hauora Tāpui Māori Public Health, the Gambling and Addictions Research Centre at Auckland University of Technology, and the Problem Gambling Foundation of New Zealand. So the theme is Te Ao Hurihuri me te Peti Peti, the world of gambling today. It reflects the fact that across the world gambling industries are changing and evolving, expanding into new markets and reaching new demographics. And so I look at the harm minimisation section of the estimates, and in particular the introduction of the integrated gambling platform. Mr Chair, basically this allows jackpots to automatically be downloaded, letting jackpot winners continue gambling without a break. So the Māori Party shares the concern of the Select Committee that this would be contrary to the principles of harm minimisation. Mr Chair, one of the statistics that most Māori youth, that is 20% of the Māori population, are 6 times more likely to develop gambling problems than non-Māori youth, is one of the things that really scares us. We have to care, and we have to do something about that sort of statistic. From the estimates alone, it wouldn't appear that the social hazard of gambling harm has been really seriously thought about. Just 2 months ago, the government was proud of its breaking news, the building of the convention centre in the heart of Auckland. So despite the concerns raised by the Māori Party and other groups such as the Problem Gambling Foundation, it seems that the government appeared not to give the issue too much of a second thought. Well, Mr Chair, I can say that the Māori Party does care, and we're concerned about the social impact of increasing numbers of pokie machines and gambling tables at the Sky City Casino, not to mention other high-risk casino gambling around the country. So we've campaigned on the challenge People Before Pokies, to focus on the people and communities this money is coming from. Pokie machines are concentrated in our most vulnerable communities, and 40% of the revenue from pokie machines comes from problem gamblers. And that's basically why, sir, I developed the Gambling Harm Reduction Bill, a private member's bill to give real power to local authorities to keep the numbers of pokies down, or even better, eliminate them completely. The bill also puts the onus on venue operators to keep track of each gambler's overall losses and time spent gambling, using a player tracking system, if you like. This is particularly relevant given the flow-on effects of the integrated gambling platform. So it will be a sad day when profits and pokies are more important than people, and I can say that the Māori Party is here to ensure that that day never comes. Kia ora tātou.
The question is that vote internal affairs stand part of the schedule. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The question now is that vote National Archives stand part of the schedule. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The question now is that vote National Library stand part of the schedule. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The question now is that vote Emergency Management stand part of the schedule.
Mr Chairman.
The Honourable Craig Foss.
Thank you, Mr Chair.